Today we have the movie Troll 2. The Norwegians decided that one giant stone man wasn't enough, so they woke up a second one. Get ready, there will be lots of snow, dumb soldiers, and an epic battle of stones. Let's go! It all starts with a history lesson. Once upon a time, there were trolls and humans. They lived in harmony until King Olaf the Holy came along. He decided that Norway was too crowded and carried out genocide against the trolls in the name of a new faith. The official version is that the trolls died out. Little Nora's dad tells her about this while her mom sings a lullaby. Remember the song, it's important. 30 years have passed. Nora has grown up, become a paleontologist, and lives as a recluse in the wilderness. Her old friend Andreas shatters the idol. "Jump in the helicopter," he says. "I'll show you something cool." They fly to a heavy water plant. Do you think there are nuclear weapons there? Ha! There is a solarium for a giant. A 100-year-old troll named Jotun sleeps in a bunker. There are ultraviolet lamps around him. Turn on the light, and he turns to stone. Turn it off, and it's all over. A reliable system, right? Nora meets the team. Here we have the boss, Marion, and Andreas's pregnant wife, Ziggy. Andreas shows a piece of Olaf's ancient law on the expulsion of trolls. Nora pretends she needs to use the bathroom, but instead she sneaks up to the monster's face. Normal people run away from monsters. Scientists run towards them. She touches its nose and hums her mother's song. Brilliant! The troll opens its eyes, which are the size of truck wheels. Jotun has awakened and is, to put it mildly, not in a good mood. Marion tries to save the situation, but no one listens to her. Freaking out, she pours coffee on the control panel. Short circuit, the lights go out. Jotun breaks the chains, smashes the elevator, and heads for the exit. He doesn't care about people. He wants fresh air. The military is in a panic. The Prime Minister says, "Destroy it." Major Chris Holmes salutes. He already has experience fighting stone blocks. The whole company flies to a ski resort. Young people hang out there. Skiing, music, alcohol. The perfect smorgasbord for a monster. Jotun rips the roof off the club like a tin can. What are the Zoomers doing? That's right, taking selfies and filming reels. Natural selection in action. The troll snacks on tourists, but then Holm arrives with ultraviolet light. The monster is in pain and enraged. He rips out the ski lift support and knocks down the helicopter like a fly. Bang! The helicopter falls right onto the slope. Holm realizes that it's all over and retreats. The humans are at a dead end. Nora says, "Fight fire with fire. We need our own monster." They fly to the old cave where King Olaf once captured the Troll King. Nora takes a rock and starts banging. A second troll emerges from the wall. She calls him handsome. Well, Nora clearly has a specific taste in men. She sings him a lullaby and they seem to be friends. Meanwhile, Jotun is destroying the house. Nora launches a signal flare, setting the two monsters against each other. An epic battle ensues. Jotun versus Handsome. But experience defeats youth. Jotun stomps on the ice and Handsome goes under the water with a gurgle. Jotun heads to the ancient capital, Trondheim. He wants revenge on the dead King Olaf. The team rushes to the cathedral and finds secret symbols on a painting. Nora pokes the holes in the painted king with torches, and voila! A secret room opens. In the coffin lies the skeleton of Olaf, with a silver sword and the second part of the law. It turns out that before his death, the king changed his mind and allowed the trolls to live. But the church decided, nah, that's nonsense, and hid the piece of paper. Classic. Jotun is already in the city. The military is evacuating people. Nora figures it out. The silver itself is useless. The trick is in the holy water. Olaf dipped his sword in holy water. She takes some church water and drips it onto a fragment of that very dead troll. The stone begins to hiss, bubble, and melt like cheap plastic on a bonfire. The commotion begins. Soldiers, scientists, and ordinary people line up in a chain and carry buckets of water from the holy spring. Imagine the scene. Special forces pouring holy water into grenade launchers. The priest would approve. Night falls. Jotun enters the city. Fog, ruined houses. The atmosphere is heating up. Andreas begins to ring the bells in the bell tower. The sound drives the troll crazy. And then the shelling begins. The shells filled with holy water explode, burning the monster's skin like acid. They lure him into a trap. There are tanks of water on the bridge. Explosion, a wall of fire and steam. Jotun is hurt, but he is a tough bastard. He extinguishes himself and prepares to kill everyone. Is everything lost? No. A roar comes from the river. It's Krasavets. He climbs ashore and wants revenge. Round 2. The two giants fight each other in the middle of the city. The bridge collapses. Yutun gains the upper hand again. He grabs a piece of the bridge and starts beating Handsome like a schoolboy. Then, he steps on him, trying to drown him for good. Andreas realizes that he has to save the situation. They have one bomb with holy water left. The plan is insane. Throw the bomb right into Yutun's throat. Andreas gets into the helicopter. They hover over the monster's mouth. Andreas takes the bomb, aims, and drops the detonator. The detonator is broken. It cannot be detonated remotely. There is only one option: manual activation. Andreas calls his wife to say goodbye. Then he jumps out of the helicopter straight into the monster's open mouth. In midair, he pulls the pin. The troll swallows Andreas. A second of silence. Then, boom! Yutun is torn apart from the inside. Holy water corrodes his intestines. The handsome man, who is lying knocked out, comes to his senses. He gets up and rips out the heart of his defeated enemy. Fatality! Victory! Andreas died a hero. Nora, Chris, and Siggy sit, sad but alive. Siggy has a daughter. And where is Handsome? He went to the mountains. Now he wanders through snow-covered valleys, scaring tourists and proving that even if you're a stone freak, you can still have a kind soul.